Now, having identified their needs, there is something else that's a good thing to do, which is to build their needs. Make them really feel a bit of pain. Insurance people do this, actually, because they say to you, do you have life insurance? And you go, well, no. And they go, well, what would happen if you died? And you say, well, I don't know, I suppose my wife would have to support my family. And they say, well, how would she do that? And you say, well, I guess she'd have to get a job. And you say, well, so who would look after the kids? Well, I don't really know. And what they do, they get you to really think about the pain of, and then they say, well, you don't want that to happen, do you? And so, imagine if for only £10 a month, you could make sure that none of that happened. So this is sometimes called disturb and relieve. So they give you the disturbing images in your mind of, oh my God, she won't be able to feed the family. And then they relieve the pain by saying, but it's okay. Because with this policy, it doesn't cost very much. Now, I sometimes do that a little bit. So I might say to somebody, what sort of training are you looking for? Suppose they say negotiating. I might say, well, why negotiating? And they might say, well, I don't think we're very good at getting the best prices from our customers. And then you could say to them, so give me an example of that. And they might say, well, we sold one recently and, the guy haggled us down and we made virtually no profit at all. And you could say, so if you could get your prices up by, say, 5%, what would that do to your profit margin? And they go, well, we only make 5, so that would get it to 10. My God, that would double our profit. And you could say, well, that sounds a lot easier than selling twice as much, doesn't it? And they go, yeah. Or you could say to them, so, how big is a typical contract? And they might say, well, probably 10 million quid. So you could say, so how much money extra could you get if you negotiate? And they might say, well, I suppose if I was good at negotiating, we could make another £50,000. And you could go, good grief, that's huge. So what you're doing is you're asking them questions and you're getting them to say, oh my God, this is a huge amount of money. Yeah, we absolutely should do this. So asking somebody, what the cost of the fact their car keeps breaking down is, or what's the cost of having a useless computer, or what's the cost of their staff not being trained, and often they haven't really thought about it. And you can ask them about the turnover of staff and what does it cost them to recruit a new person each time? And what's it costing them per year? And they start thinking, well, actually, yeah, that's thousands, isn't it? So this idea of disturb or building the needs, I think is a really interesting idea. And your job as you listen to this video, of course, is to apply it to your area. How could I disturb my customers? How could I build the needs in their mind? Because then when you come to prescribe the solution, they're absolutely bound to take it. And remember, what we're doing is not dishonest. Those needs are real. We're just trying to get them to really think about them, quantify them, and to realize that they really do need to do something about it.